Hey guys, Lee here, and I've got another one of my videos about how easy it is to actually make money with offline marketing. Simple, does take work. I mean, there's a lot of hunting and pecking and finding out things, but when you use common sense strategies, this business is not that hard. What you're looking at my desktop, and I've got this lead finding software called Lead Finder Local. I'll have a link to this wherever you're seeing this video. And you don't have to use Lead Finder Local. There's nothing specific about this software. It's just one of the many lead finding softwares that I personally use. This one was just on my desktop. I mean, it's it's right there. It was just on my desktop, so I just pulled it up. If you've got Local Lead Miner or something like that, any of that stuff will do. But I'll have a link to this and a link to one or two others that I like in case you don't have anything like this. But let's just go through what I'm talking about here. So you choose your country. Okay, so I'm choosing United States. Areas, regions here are what we call states. Georgia. Let's enter a query. Let's say auto repair. So for us offliners, the query would be the type of business, an optional locality. Let's put in a city. That's where I live. And let's search. Now what we're doing is I'm going to show you a really easy way, step-by-step way, where you can find businesses to sell mobile websites for really nice fat commissions, okay? Or nice fat paydays. I guess they're not really commissions, they're paydays. And just hang with me. I mean, this video is probably going to take 10 or 15 minutes to do as I explain everything, but I'm going to show you through the whole thing. So Lead Finder Local gives me a bunch of stuff, and you can look at it. If you want to fill in, we don't need to for this video, but if we want to fill in all this stuff, we would hit build there, and it would go out and test to see if it's HTML5, do they have a G+ page, Facebook, blah 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 blah. More info gives you stuff like that, specifically their address and all that stuff. Okay, so and you do just like with all this. Is Lead Finder Local is not technically a scraper, but with all software that goes out and finds stuff like this, you do get some false positives. We put in auto repair. This says call to recycle. This is a website about recycling stuff. And you do get some stuff that you can't use. But anyway, let's look at this website. Just hang with me. All will become clear. We're going to pull up that website, Buckhead Moto. God knows I can't even talk. Buckhead Imports. For some reason, I wanted to say Motorsports. Where did that come from? Okay. And Napa Auto Repairs, that's a chain in the United States, a huge chain, so I'm not going to pull them up. Sykes Fleet Service. And Pentex Alternators. Good God, that website's hideous. And let's just pull up the next one. H&S Auto Repairs. Okay, so we got a few up. Looks like one of these. Okay, well they have a they're having some kind of error with their site, Sykes Fleet. If you are selling websites, you might want to contact them and say, hey, I tried to pull up your website and this is what I saw. But anyway, we're focusing on mobile websites. Now, the mobile website thing is super important. One, a lot of people search for stuff on their phones, even in a business context nowadays. Two, the rankings of websites on mobile searches on Google is highly influenced by whether the website has whether it's mobile friendly. And that makes total sense. Why would Google want to rank a non-mobile friendly website higher than a mobile friendly website, everything else being equal, because when you try to look at it on your phone, it's going to be hard to look at. Now, there's a mobile friendly test, and this is I'll have this link for you also, but this is Webmaster Tools. It's called Mobile Friendly Test, and this test will analyze the URL and report if the page has a mobile friendly design. And this is straight from the horse's mouth. This is from Google. And again, I'll have that link for you. So let's take Buckhead Imports and let's pop that into here. Paste. Let's see, it's thinking. Let's see what happens. I drank a little coffee while I'm there. Okay, so awesome. This page is mobile friendly. Notice all the information that you get back. I mean, it even gives you what you see on the phone. It's got a little emulator here. And so these guys don't need a mobile website. Okay, so we'll get rid of them. What do you want to bet these guys need a mobile website? My God, that's the most awful website on the planet. So let's pop that in there. I mean, you realize you could do this even faster than I'm doing it now because I'm sitting here talking and drinking coffee. Ooh, now look at this, not mobile friendly. Now, and look what all this shows you. It's not mobile friendly. It tells you why, how Googlebot sees the page, okay, and it tells you what to do about this. And I know some of y'all think, wow, if I give all this information to a business owner, they'll run off and do it themselves. Yeah, like I'm going to go repair my own car, even though I could. I'm quite capable of repairing an automobile, but I'm not doing that. I don't have time. I mean, do you cut your own hair? Yeah, some of you do. I don't. I just don't have time. I would rather go sit somewhere and have somebody, cut my hair. So there's a lot of things. And if you're running a business, you're sitting there running the business. You do not need to be doing everything else. So don't worry about giving someone all of this information. So a couple of things. One, this page in and of itself makes a huge marketing statement to a business. I would just take a screenshot of this page and use this in a direct mail letter. I'll pop out a little direct mail letter for you too that you could put with this, and just to give you an idea about what to do. We're going to make this really simple, guys. This is really simple. So Pentex Industries, let me get back to my thing. Pentex, oh, by the way, you can export these. And I feel like I can't talk today. I don't know why. I've been working really hard, so I apologize if I'm somewhat incoherent. But you can export this. It comes out in a CSV file, so you can put it all in a CSV file, and you can put it up on a spreadsheet. You can add another column, and you could put a yes there. In other words, Pentex, you could put a yes there. In other words, these guys are a lead. They need a direct mail letter. Let's just do another one just for laughs. I think you get the idea now, right? You just go through here, you pull up the websites that you pull up, and are a lot of them going to pass Google's mobile friendly test? Yeah, they are. But are you going to rapidly get enough leads to warrant doing, using your time like this? Oh my God, absolutely. Absolutely. So your next question is, well, what do I do if they say, yeah, I do want a mobile website? Don't worry, I'm going to answer that. So it's thinking. That's a joke, by the way. Whoa, dude, two. What was this? H&S Auto Repairs. So what am I, like 2 for 4 or something? Classic Collision. TLS Automobiles, Toyotex. I skip Classic Collisions. Look, I live in Atlanta. I've lived here half a century, so I know that they have many locations, and I just skip those. So if you're new and it's easier to work with businesses that are not big chains, okay? And I'm not sure if the Classic Collision is a big chain or not. I just skipped that. Look, guys, do not overthink this. Do not overthink it. So here's Toyotex. Let's see a Toyotex. So we're 2 for 4. A test will. Okay. Who knows? I don't know. Problem with the request? I don't know. But anyway, you can go through. I mean, you've got the idea. I mean, you'll just go through here and look at different sites and analyze them. And again, I would export this to a spreadsheet. I would add another column, and I would come out with like 10 or 20 businesses that don't have mobile-friendly websites. And I'm going to give you a nice little direct mail letter. I mean, it's something that you could really use. And basically, I would take, well, on the one where we got, you know, when it said it didn't pass and we got all of the information, I would screenshot that. I would add that in with the letter, and then hit people up for building them a mobile website. Now, mobile website builders, so how do you handle the building of the mobile website? Well, one way is just outsource the whole thing, and that's a completely valid way to do it. Another way is Dave Cisneros just launched this Elite Mobile Builder. Now, this thing just really rocks. I'll tell you some important things. I know that people have been selling mobile building software, template stuff for 3 or 4 years now. And if you have something that's older, you might want to get this. The price is just great. I mean, it's a perfect price for this. You're not going to spend much money getting it. And but I want to point out a couple of things in Dave's sales letter that I think you need to think about if you have an older mobile website builder. Look, and I know Dave Cisneros personally. I mean, he's great. And instead, you'll simply fire up the software and crank out professional quality mobile sites using now this is important, HTML5, CSS3, and jQuery Mobile. This type of code is the latest, most stable available today. My point being, if you've got something that's 2 or 3 years old, you need to replace it. That's just life in the big city. The internet changes. We need to replace our tools really fairly rapidly. So if you've got an older builder, I would suggest that you go ahead and pick this up because it's state of the art. Now it's going to build sites like this, and I've got a link to this wherever you're looking at this video, also probably on my blog. I've got a link to this, so you can look at this at your leisure, but you get all this stuff. Graphic or logo, you get a static image or carousel slider, you know, buttons, menu, all that stuff. This is so smart. Get our free report. I'm loving this. You can use this as a squeeze page, social media, really nice footer links. I think that Dave and his programmer have done a fantastic job of putting together best practices in mobile websites, and you can see examples of all this stuff. You can put a YouTube video on there if you want. And you can read all this. I'm not going to go through here and read all this to you. One thing I really loved, what about adding a menu for restaurants? You know, how many restaurants are there in the United States, or whatever country you're living in? There's a ton of them, right? So yeah, you can actually do this. That was very smart, I thought. Notice it has prices. There's a restaurant near where we live that I love to go to, and I usually pull out my phone and I will usually just order out from there and bring it home, and you know, the family sits down and eats and looks at TV and has fun. But their menu, I mean, they have their menu on, you know, on the phone. I go to their mobile website, which is good, and they've got a menu. The menu is impossible. So this is my point. I'm pointing out that this is a really well laid out menu. And you can see all this stuff, but this thing's just brain dead easy to use. So that is a solution if you don't have a current mobile website builder. If you've got one that's 2 or 3 years old, then you need to get something new, and this would be a great replacement for it. So let's go over what I've covered in this video. I've shown you how to find leads, okay, and it doesn't have to be Lead Finder Local, it could be Local Lead Miner, anything that gives you back a website, okay. I've shown you how to find leads. Look, you've got the address, okay, so you could either pick up phone and call them or send them a direct mail letter, or my favorite is sending a direct mail letter and calling them after the direct mail letter. But anyway, you do what you want. You've got the websites, you test the websites through the mobile friendly test, you gather the ones that need help, you take a screenshot of that great page that Google already provides you all the information that you need. You take a screenshot of that, you put it together with a simple direct mail letter that I'm going to give you. You mail those out. I personally, you don't have to. I know some of you are a little phobic about the phone. By the way, I've got some great deep training about sales coming out very soon that's going to help you with all of this stuff, but do not wait on that because it's going to take me another month or two to put that together. But so you send them a direct mail letter, that's fine. You can just send them the letter, kick back and wait for people to call you up, and they will. And then you will, build them a mobile website. You would want to have an example where they could go to. So you would buy a little domain and have like a little WordPress site, and then use Dave's Builder and put on a mobile site there so that you can see, so you can show people, well, this is what I'm talking about. This is what this is going to look like. This is why this is superior. So you need an example, and people will call you up. I would sell these things from $500 to $1,000 a piece easily all day long. And this can be a great source of new business for you. So we've covered prospecting. We've covered gathering the leads, okay, through the local lead finder, local lead miner, whatever you've got. We've covered seeing who is a possibility for a mobile website. Okay, you can make a short list of those, and you're going to use the screenshot of what you get back from Google along with my direct mail letter, and mail out. I would mail out, well, how many ever you can afford. I mean, to do this is going to cost about, roughly $2 an envelope, $2 a mail piece going out. So if you did 10 a week, you're looking at $20 a week. I think you probably could afford $20 a week. I would do more, but I mean, if that's where you need to start, that's where you need to start. In other words, let's shoot for like 100 a month or something like that. If you're brand new. Now, if you've got some cash, then do a lot more. Okay, so somebody calls you back, say, hey, I got your letter, I'm really interested in that, cool. Got some questions, you explain to them, you say, go to this website on your phone, this is your example, right? See how that looks, now look at it on your computer, see how it looks, this is what it does, blah, blah, blah. And you're in business, guys. It is not that hard. My point is, you need consistency and you need a brain-dead, simple method that sells itself. And I've told you yet another one today on this video. So do this or do something. Okay, take action, guys. Take massive imperfect action. Just take massive action. Do this, send out a bunch of these letters. You will have a business up and running. I've given you everything you need. Get Dave Cisneros' website builder. Even if you have a website builder, get this one anyway because it's current and it's up to date. Okay, all of that. Thank you so much for looking at this video, and just let me know